From Komando.com, it's your tech news today for Tuesday, July 24th. And coming up in a bit, some schools are beefing up security with facial recognition technology. Plus, Instagram has added a feature that lets others know when you're online. And an impressive flying car is expected to be available for purchase sometime next year. All that and more in tech news today from the news desk at Komando.com. We start with a new way to protect students while they're in the classroom. Its facial recognition technology will soon be implemented in select Lockport, New York high schools, and some people are worried about its impact on kids. Here's how it works. Anyone trying to enter the school will have their face scanned and checked against a database that lists expelled students, disgruntled employees, sex offenders, and other potential risks. Cameras would also be mounted all over the school to keep track of everyone moving around inside. People that support the technology say it could help prevent the rash of school shootings we've seen over the years. Whenever the facial recognition system detects someone entering a school who shouldn't be there, security officials will be notified immediately, helping them respond more quickly. Opponents of the technology say it could have a chilling effect on the school's climate. A New York Civil Liberties Union rep said, and I quote, "Lockport is sending the message that it views students as potential criminals who must have their faces scanned wherever they go," unquote. Others are worried about the technology costs and effectiveness as well as student privacy since their pictures will be stored in databases that could be breached by hackers. District officials recognize that the system won't stop some attackers from entering a school and it won't warn security about someone who isn't a known threat. But they also said no system will solve every problem, and this will be just another tool to help make schools safer, even if only a little bit safer. What side of this debate do you stand with? Let us know in the comment section. We have more tech news just ahead, but right now a quick thank you to our partners at Udemy.
If you know anything at all about me, you know I'd love a great podcast, like the one you're listening to right now. And not only do I get to host a couple of podcasts every week, I'm also a big podcast listener. Podcasts allow me to go deeper into subjects, which is why podcasts are incredible tools for not only entertainment, but also learning. So let me turn you on to Udemy. What's your passion? At Udemy, you can learn anything. And when I say anything, I'm telling you that Udemy offers more than 65,000 courses on, well, anything. And it's the largest space for online learning. It has something truly for everyone. You want to become a better investor, photographer, gardener, writer, or maybe teacher? How about web developer or something really different? Maybe tarot cards. You'll find it at Udemy. But what if you're an expert on something? Maybe you're an expert photographer or teacher. Then sign up as a Udemy instructor. You can earn money and sell your class right from their website.
Get started from anywhere, your smartphone, tablet, or computer. That's ude.my/today. Right now, get 90% off when you sign up for classes. That's ude.my/today. More top tech news right now. There's an update to a popular social media site that might creep you out. Instagram recently added a new feature that shows you when friends are on the site at the same time as you are. It was designed to help people connect more easily by letting you know when friends are available to chat. Whenever someone that you're friends with is logged into Instagram, a green dot will appear next to their profile picture in various locations within the app, including your friend list when you share a post from a feed and the direct inbox. You'll only see the status of friends that follow you or those that you have talked to indirectly. Facebook has had the green dot feature in Messenger for quite a while now. The good news is you can disable the status info on Instagram. Just open the settings menu, select activity status, and slide the toggle to the left to turn it off. If the thought of people knowing whenever you're online creeps you out, you want to change this setting. It is set to on by default. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a car. So after years of dreaming about being able to take flight in your car, it appears it could be not too much longer of a wait. That's because the company Terrafugia just announced the first production models of its transition flying car will be available for purchase sometime in 2019. And it's coming loaded with some impressive features, as if flying isn't impressive enough. The transition vehicle is a two-seat auto and aircraft machine that will come with updates to the interior, safety systems, motor and flight instrumentation. Some new features include a hybrid electrical motor that will use a combination of an internal combustion engine and a lithium-ion phosphate chemistry battery. It will also have a boost mode feature for a brief burst of extra power while flying. So it's pretty cool. The company describes the transition as a unique automotive vehicle and a light support aircraft built for both aviation and automotive safety. The last and most important piece of information about the flying car has not been announced yet, and that is the price. We don't know that yet. You might be commuted to work like George Jetson sometime soon. And here's a cool feature that just made its way to Amazon.com. Have you ever worked on a home project like putting together an old chair or table only to realize you were missing some parts? Well, maybe you're a couple of screws or bolts away from assembling a beautiful antique piece of furniture, but you don't know how to find the replacement parts. Amazon's new feature, Part Finder, can help save the day. It's really easy to use. Just place the bolt, washer, or whatever you're trying to match onto a white surface like a piece of paper, and then place a penny next to it and open the Part Finder feature on Amazon. It uses your gadget's camera to identify the part that you're looking for, and once the part has been identified, a list of buying options from Amazon shows up on your device and you can buy it right from there. This helpful tool is currently only available to those with iOS gadgets, but should be making its way to Android devices in the near future. This is a television with its own zip code. Samsung has just announced a 12-foot wide TV called The Wall, but do not call it a TV, at least to the folks at Samsung. They prefer to think of it as a display or a screen. Whatever you call it, it's huge, and the price tag probably will be too, although Samsung says it'll be cheaper than people expect. It uses micro LED technology, which is what some high-tech theaters use to control the picture instead of a projector. It promises to be sharp and clear in the same way that tiny smartwatches are. While the display is big, the depth isn't. It'll be 30 millimeters deep or less, just a bit over 1 inch. And here's where it gets even crazier. These displays are made to be connected together as blocks. If you have that size of room, they're probably thinking big displays for offices, trade shows, hotels, and other big venues. Now, Samsung hasn't said exactly when the home version of this behemoth will go on sale, but it will be sometime next year. And by the way, if this is too big for your walls, LG has another choice for you, a 65-inch TV that rolls up for storage. And here's another example of Google flexing its muscle. It's about to run a 4,000-mile cable from Virginia to France in the name of better internet service. The undersea transatlantic cable is expected to be ready to go by 2020, and the reason for the cable is to help with expansion of the Google Cloud. Also, web traffic across the Atlantic has picked up, so this will help relieve some clutter. Most of the world's digital traffic, about 90%, goes through underwater cables, and this particular cable will run from Virginia to the French Atlantic coast. Google plans to build a data center in Northern Virginia, and this is part of that hub. This isn't the first cable to be strung from Virginia Beach. Last year, Microsoft, Facebook, and a telecommunications firm strung a cable from there to Bilbao, Spain. Google has also run cables between Chile and Los Angeles, from the US to Hong Kong and Guam, and from the US to Japan. The project will probably cost hundreds of millions of dollars, including the cost of cable and the new facilities at both ends of it. But Google comes out on top because it will own the cable and can connect between its own data centers without having to share any bandwidth. If you're in the market for a new Wi-Fi router, you'll want to pay attention to this because a new security standard for Wi-Fi is here. We've been relying on the security protocol known as WPA2 for over a decade, and it's become susceptible to serious security threats. Well, now the Wi-Fi Alliance has officially launched WPA3. And this means that routers and gadgets that support this new security protocol are rolling out this WPA3 technology. Not only will it eliminate older flaws, but it's also going to reduce the potential for weaknesses brought on by bad configurations and weak passwords. Encryption in WPA3 will also be stronger with a 192-bit security suite. This abides by the encryption upgrades required by the US government for industries. Another new feature is great for people with internet-connected devices in their home, which at this point is most everyone. It makes the process of connecting and configuring your network security of gadgets without displays, such as Internet of Things appliances, as easy as merely scanning a QR code. So if you're thinking about buying a new Wi-Fi router, make sure it's WPA3 compatible to have the strongest security possible. Finally, for today's Commando Kicker, a ghost town in California's Owens Valley has sold for $1.4 million, and the new owner said it's planned to become a tourist destination. Cerro Gordo is an Old West mining town that's been abandoned for decades except for the presence of caretakers. It was sold to an investment group led by Brent Underwood and John Beyer. The town, which experienced a boom in 1865 when silver was discovered, currently has several structures, including a hotel, saloon, museum, chapel, an 8-bed bunkhouse, and several small homes. For more fun and interesting facts, go to Komando.com and search for Komando Kicker. And that's your tech news today. A special thanks to our partners at Udemy.